Dear students, I am Vikas sir. I am going to discuss with you simple present tense in this video. The name of the tense is simple present tense. The word simple indicates that it is very easy to understand, but there are some ins and outs. You need to know about this tense so that you can use this tense correctly in writing or in speaking. What is tense of a verb? You need to know first what is the tense. Tense of a verb is the pointer of the time of action or state or position. When we use a verb in a sentence, the tense of the verb indicates when the action takes place, whether it is in the earlier time or it is at present or it will take place in the future time. So, tense is the pointer of time. Tense shows if the time is earlier, now or later. Tense is the indicator of time. Now look at this chart. When something happens now, we call it present. When it happens earlier, we call it past tense. And when it happens later than this period, that present, we call it future tense. So there are three basic tenses. Past tense, when it happens in the past. Present tense, when something happens now. And when something happens later, that is future tense. These three basic tenses are there. What is simple present tense? When we use a verb to say that one does something now, has something now, or is in a particular state now, we say the verb is in simple present tense. Everything, whatever happens in the present, is indicator of the simple present tense. How to form simple present tense? It is very easy to remember. We use subject, base form of the verb or the main form of the verb and other parts of the sentence to form simple present tense. You must remember one exception. When the subject is third person singular number, we add s or es at the end of the verb to use simple present tense. Now look at this chart. This chart shows the use of simple present tense. Only exception occurs when we use third person singular number as the subject. Here, he, she or Ram. We add s with the verb play. And in other cases, we do not change the verb form at all. That is the base form of the verb play. Everywhere, with every person or number. Only in the case of third person singular number subject, we change the verb form. Remember this. Now how to form negative sentences? Look at this chart. Here is also, we use do not before the verb to form negative sentences. And only in case if the subject is he, she or Ram, that is third person singular number, we use does not before the verb to form negative sentences. So, do not is used everywhere except when the subject is third person singular number. Now how to form questions? Look at this chart. Here is also we use do at the beginning. You may also form questions with WH words like what, why, when. But generally we use do, and while using what WH words, we also use do to form questions. But when the subject is third person singular number, we use does. And when it is in the negative question, then we use not. But remember that in the negative sentences, which are questions, we use not before the noun. Ram here is noun. We use not before the noun, but we use not after the pronoun. Remember this one, this is very important point. While the subject is noun in questions and it is in the negative, we use not before the noun and we use not after the pronoun. Remember that. Now uses of simple present tense. Frequency of happening, repetitive actions. Look at this chart. Every, we use every to point out something repetitive which happens more than once or twice or regularly. On, we also use on before days, Sundays or holidays to indicate that it is happening on every holiday or every Sunday. Once a week, twice a week, twice a year, thrice a year, we use these expressions to point out that it happens more than one time. It is repetitive. In winter, in every winter actually. In the morning, in every morning. It means, so with these expressions, we use simple present tense. When we use these expressions, every, on, once, a, twice, a, in, with time, indicating words, we use simple present tense because it indicates repetitive action. Next, look at this chart. With other expressions or adverbs, single word adverbs which indicate frequency. Which are these? Look at this. Always, all the time, all the while. These expressions indicate that one action is done 10 out of 10 times. Usually, frequently, regularly, 9 out of 10 times, generally, commonly, 8 out of 10 times, often, 6 or 7 times out of 10 times, sometimes at intervals, 5 times, occasionally, 4 times out of 10 times, seldom, rarely, 3 times, hardly, scarcely, 2 or 1 time out of 10 times, and never, 0 times. That means it never happens. So, expressions of adverb, these words you must remember, we generally use simple present tense to express, to describe any action. Like, you may take an example. He never comes here. I never go to the market in this lockdown period. Or, he generally does mathematics very well. So, these sentences, when you use them with these expressions of adverbs of frequency, we generally use simple present tense when these things happen in the present to describe the happening of the present. Now the third point, we use this tense to express pre-scheduled plan. Pre-scheduled, pre-planned, pre-decided plan of present or future time. Something is going to happen today, tomorrow, next week, next month or next year. It is pre-scheduled, planned, we planned it before. That is called pre-scheduled plan of present, or it may happen in the future time, we use simple present tense. Like this one. The train arrives at 10:30 a.m. I am speaking about the train when it is 9 a.m. I use simple present tense to indicate that it is pre-scheduled. The train is certainly coming at 10:30. I leave for Kolkata tonight. The school reopens today. Our tour starts tomorrow. In all these sentences, you can find that everything is scheduled, everything is pre-planned, everything is pre-decided. So, and everything is going to happen next, not now, at this moment. But we use simple present tense to indicate those things. Again, next point, sometimes we use this tense to indicate future time with such linkers, especially adverbs of time. When, before, after, till, as soon as. Examples. You must give her this book when she comes. When she comes. I expect her to come, but he has not come yet. She is going to come in the future time. When she comes, indicative of the future time, but we use simple present tense because there is something. You must give her this book. If she comes, you must give her this book. I expect her to come. There is an expectation. I shall meet your father before I leave for, this is a promise. I leave for Delhi. So whenever I leave for Delhi, before that, I'll meet your father. Fifth point, we use this tense to express general truths. Truths of general nature, which we see here, things like that. Examples, it rains a lot in the rainy season. Everybody knows that. Rainy season is the season of rains, so it rains a lot in the rainy season. It is a common truth known to everybody. Like summer is very hot in India. Every Indian knows this. Summer is very hot in India. This is common truth, so we use simple present tense. I am 10 years old. It indicates my age, so it is general truth. Next, we use this tense to describe permanent situations. Situations which generally do not change in one's lifetime are called permanent situations. Examples, he lives in the UK and he is not going to come back to India in his lifetime. So it is a permanent situation. We use simple present tense. Pollution is a great problem. Here also we know that pollution is not going to decrease quite easily. It is a permanent situation. So we use always simple present tense. Now look at this. We use this tense to express habit. Habit. Whatever we do every day is our habit, and whatever we try to avoid, we do not do every day, is also our habit. We avoid tea at breakfast. Some people may take tea at breakfast, but we avoid tea at breakfast. This is our habit and that is theirs. So, to express habit, we use simple present tense. He drives his car to his office. Some people may drive his bike to his office. To their office, he drives his car, and that is his habit. Next point, we use this tense to give instruction of general nature. Look at these examples. Put up your shoes outside the door. You may find such instruction in institutions, temples, or in some offices, computerized offices. Look at this. Read the poem carefully. Students very often find this type of example. Answer the questions, read the poem carefully, read the text carefully. like those instructions. So whenever we give instruction, we always use simple present tense, but it is in the imperative form. We use this tense with state verbs to express different things. State verbs, which are state verbs? State verbs are verbs which indicate the state of being. It does not indicate any kind of physical action, physical movement, or physical activity. Look at this chart. When we use state verbs, we use state verb to describe emotion, thought, possession, or sense or feeling. When we use these things, we use such words, love. When we want to describe emotion, we use such words, love, hate, like, dislike, agree. When these things happen in the present frame of time, we use simple present tense. No other present tense forms. Only we use simple present tense, not present continuous tense or present perfect tense like that. We use only simple present tense with state verbs while expressing emotion, thought, possession, sense or feeling. We we use words like understand, realize, believe in the simple present tense to express our mental processes, our mental working, our mental action. Possession, to have something, to own something, to get something. Have, own, belong, contain, or words like that. And sense and feeling, you know, see, hear, smell, taste and feel. One word for see is that if we use see in the continuous tense, the meaning of that word changes. It becomes meeting. I am seeing my friend every day. I am seeing my friend every day. I am meeting my friend every day. That means. So, with its original meaning, we cannot use any other present tense form when it indicates something happening in the present. So, we use simple present tense with these verbs when they indicate some state at the present time. Last point, we use this tense in zero conditional sentences which are conditional clauses. Zero conditional are conditional clauses with if or when, and describe real and possible facts and give instructions. That means it may indicate some truths. With condition, it may indicate some instruction with some condition. And in every cases, in the past, in the future, always, this thing does not change. Look at this. The formation of zero conditional clauses. How to form? If and when we use as linker, then the sub clause is in the simple present tense, and we also use the main clause in the simple present tense too. So we must remember that two simple present tenses in the both sub clause and the main clause with if or when linker. Look at those examples. If or when you heat ice, it melts. This is a common truth, scientific truth, and we use zero conditional to express such ideas. Look at this. If or when you go out, lock the door. This is general practice. It is usually done, and we need to do that. It is real example. And look at this. If or when I get wet, I catch cold. This is a real condition, a possible happening for myself. So, whenever I get wet, I catch cold. This happened in the past, this happens in the present, and this will happen in the future too. So, whenever I get wet, I catch cold. If I get wet, I catch cold. These are called zero conditionals, which do never change with the time frame. Do not forget to comment, like, share or subscribe, and communicate your queries if you have any. and thank you for watching this video.